All right, welcome to the pro. Okay, hold on. Uh, Welcome to the program. My name is Dr. Mankota, and you are watching the TPN TV and Radio Network. Today, another Saturday. We got very interesting discussion today. And if you just did join me, please make sure you put your comment at the comment section of the platform where they watch we from. We they broadcast in 4 platforms. We they broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, Caster, and we websites. And as we all know, the um, the culture is that this is an interaction session wherein we, when I say we are the host, and una we the watch, we get a very nice conversation. So what in the we try for discuss today, one of the segments we'll get for discuss today, get for do with electoral justice, the December 10th protest. Why the December 10th protest fail? And within um, the political feature of Dr. Samura, considering the fact that Dr. Samura, he don't invest so much on this electoral justice in a way where he even fall apart with the leadership of Ion Party. So these are the discussions that we'll get for discuss today. And as people that were in APC where they watch this, your comment, your suggestions, your opinion, it matter too. So make sure you join me by posting your own comment na the platform where they watch we from. It's very, very important because this is about our own party. This is about the survival and the efficiency of the APC party in the next coming elections. Hopefully, all right. Hopefully, um, we go able to come together as members of the party and find a way we'll be able to move forward. So this is not the purpose of this particular broadcast for today. Yes, I know say um up, wrong one. I know say we're going to discuss a lot of other things them. I believe say a more important also. We'll discuss about what happen the border na Conakry, if possible. And within my opinion towards that, why it is important for me we look into some of the circumstances here, they invent here, and try to sit down as a nation and forget about this partisan conundrum and work together. It's very important. But before we go to the issue na the border na Guinea, let's talk about we internal politics first. Now, as we all know, the 10th of December this week, today is the 14th, the 10th, about 4 days ago, there was a planned protest where some people we call themselves concerned Sierra Leoneans, na salon, then give ultimatum to the ECSL for produce the disaggregated result we happen for this na a fight where some of the APC folks done the fight for 1.5 years now. And so then give this ultimatum for say by the 9th, the ECSL is supposed to produce this result, or else the 10th, then we'll go to the ECSL office and occupy them, and then write a letter to the police. And last week we discussed about that letter day and the circumstances after the people then will write the letter, where then go meet with the police, where they arrest them. And now the 10th come, and we see. Indeed, there was some sort of protest. We know. We know say there was some sort of protest will happen. But the protest flop. It flop. It flopped because of so many reasons. Number one, the people then way they try for call for this protest, they're not organized, even though they say they get an organization. That's number one. Number two, the fairness where some of the protesters get for say, if they go under, then we go kill you for nothing. Okay, nobody for blame. So people do not go on the protests. When you look at the images we come during that day, I count some of the people that I don't think say they're starting. Now the place at least the image the way we see, the people that are not starting. We hold placard. Now, the question, why it failed? Well, I don't see so many explanations why the protests fail. I don't see so many blame and counter blame on social media. And I don't see so many other explanation for this protest. You where they watch me yourself, you get your opinion why the protest failed. So put on at the comment section. I go read them before the end of the program. I go read the comments if you put them. And in my opinion, this is my own opinion, looking at waiting they go on at the country. I think I don't talk about this so many times, and I'm going to say it again. Some of the folks where they claim say then they try for fght for electoral justice are fighting the wrong fight. This is true. Not today I begin to talk about that, right? When I all know say not today. Mr. Gabriel say you get internet issue. Okay. All right. So today I begin to tell them folks I say, let us focus on the rights fight we were able to give electoral justice at this time. It looks like there are people within certain sector of our society where they abuse the intelligence of a lot of people than the APC party, because they don't can realize saying there are certain people in the APC party where desperate, where emotionally unstable, and people are taking advantage of that instability. And they are using them. When they want for promote themselves, then pretend for be the fighters of electoral justice. Then they go on social media, then they lie, then they manipulate, then they brainwash. Unfortunately, you get a few people the way still they believe in kind of nonsense thing and they. And some of them people then the way they believe so not necessarily illiterate. They are educated people. These are people that's actually some of them in the diaspora. Then they still follow this nonsense way they go on. Unfortunately, that's not the unfortunate part of this entire thing. Now, after this failed attempt again, if there are people still who believe say there is going to be a change of government, there is going to be a rerun of the election, then people and the idleness, the insane. This latest attempt should be the linchpin we supposed for make them people that then reflect, say, okay, are we actually fighting a progressive fight? Are we actually fighting a winning battle, or we are just wasting our time? Well, that question I then get for answer them in the next coming few weeks and even months. But one of the things I am very much apprehensible is that the former flag bearer of the APC party, where they lead this effort, pushing people for continue fighting for certain meaning of electoral justice. I'm very much apprehensible with this guy. This is somebody who highly intelligent, highly intellectual. This is the guy we don't in the public view for many, many years. He don't work in our public offices for over 3 decades. And this guy is leading a fruitless fight. The question where every reasonable person supposed to ask, why? Why Dr. Samura is pushing people to go to the street, to fight, to protest, where he not the lead. If you really sincerely you believe, say, you are fighting for electoral justice, now you're supposed to lead. Some of these protests where people then they call so, now you for go before and lead them protest there. But waiting, I understand. I don't know if this is true. I'm not able to confirm this. Please forgive me. But this is what I heard. In fact, Dr. Samura was not even in Freetown on the 10th of December. He left Freetown. I don't know how it is true, but this is what I heard. Could be true, could be wrong. But the fact that Dr. Samura has been telling people that they will continue to fight for the electoral justice, and these people sacrifice themselves and say, let's go to the street and exercise with democratic right. And Dr. Samura, who is the leader of this group, was missing. This is the second time where Dr. Samura, they run away from an obligation as a leader of a group where purportedly fighting for what Dr. Samura believe in. The first time, now Dr. Samura says, tell people they say let them come on the street for go protest. The people then come on the street, Dr. Samura not show up. That's now a signal to some of you now. We believe in Dr. Samura for say he go able for deliver now from all this chaos where they go on. So this is the last opportunity for Dr. Samura for sure. Say yes, indeed, is serious for fght for electoral justice. This is it. This is it. He would have been there out and lead this protest. Another one. Well, I remember last week when I talked about the speech where Payasanegina McKinney, where he revealed a lot of things there, where Akam had defend Dr. Samura. Una understand that last week, right? For say Akam I try to defend Dr. Samura in some ways. For say the idea that all the blame where they go on within the APC party, now the fault of Dr. Samura alone, is not fair. And everybody knows say I was right. It's not fair. But also I begin the pick ups of certain things them. Perhaps I have been talking before the tripartite was announced, the document was the tripartite ended. Parasanesa Sesef, he asked Dr. Samura for declare himself as the president because he gets 51 point something percent of the vote. Thank God. Dr. Samura not by that bait day. Because that would have been a treason. So you see, Dr. Samura, a lot of us say, it gets sense. Not possible get sense. If me not say somebody say go put you na fire. I not say if I put me on a fire, the burn the things that they go put me huh? So I agree with Dr. Samura for refuse for go out there and declare himself for saying I'm not the leader. Because that would have been a disaster and that would have cost his life. But this now Dr. Samura says, they urge in supporters then say, let them continue for fight the electoral justice fight. And he never showed up. This now one of the things we make this protest fail. Because the leaders, I don't know whether, because they say after they arrest the two guys, they will actually write the letter to the police. One guy, I don't know if not true, but they say, I see on social media, they say, he volunteer, now one of the leaders of one of the minor political party, he volunteer for lead this protest. He not show up. I don't know if he show up anyway. I don't know. Maybe that's not be safe anyway. I don't have be officially. But it looks like he not show up either. Because the one the way I've been see, now then street boys then ways sometimes they can pay, give 10,000 leon, say, hey, can't hold this placard, sit down here. He get for eating cookery. So you go hold the placard and sit down and you know, what they call about less than 30 people now. I just see. Less than 30 people. So why are we continue to distract ourselves? I'm talking about the APC party. We need to move on as a political party. The APC party need to move on. This let it be the last attempt where they make with the distract yourself. I don't see any other way or any other excuse where people then they continue for hold the APC party at ransom for saying no, 2023 election is not done until it is done. It's not over until it is over. People like we big brother we na Kemosi say we still believe say the 2023 election is not over. This is the last one. They don't talk about UNAMSIL, Camp for Camp Pull Mandabio. Then talk about ECOWAS, Camp for Camp Pull Mandabio. It not materialize. Then talk about protest, it not materialize. What next? What's next? That brings me to the future political political life of Dr. Samura. What Dr. Samura is doing is a testament that he believes he is no longer going to attempt for any contest for any national position in politics again. And the worst of it is, he is actually undermining the very party we been given the flag bearership for 2 times. So where Dr. Samura is going to lean politically after this, I don't know. You can tell me. When I watch, when I can tell me. But looking at what I see, it looks like Dr. Samura's political career it's over after this. The good news is probably he get farm na Kamalo, he get house there. Can go and I go sit down and enjoy in retirement. But the more he push this, the more in retirement becomes problematic. Because there will be people where they go after him. This is very important. Una mark this. How many times where I don't call on Dr. Samura Nayan on this program? Many times, not so. I'm doing it not because I just want for call on them. I'm doing it for yourself. It's for your interest. Okay? For your interest. I'm doing it because I believe, say, Dr. Samura deserves a very peaceful retirement. The APC party deserves a second chance. With the mess will happen during the election, we deserve a second chance. How will we able to get a second chance if we get things the way they distract we? If we focus on internal fights? How? Yes, I know saying the leadership is going around the country trying to meet people them. That's a very good move, and I really appreciate that. And it's paying dividend. It's paying dividend because now people then don't begin to understand what's actually been a go on within the APC party. Like I said last week, it's a little bit too late, but it's better late than never. At least at this time, people are getting educated about the internal problems that we get at the APC party. They're able to understand that. This is why transparency is the best way for lead. Not hide anything to people them. Tell them the truth, especially things where you know saying you're not able to hide forever. Tell them the truth, make them consume their bitterness for short time, then go adjust. But you give them hope continuously until they don't get this brainwashed thinking. Then after that, if you can't tell them other thing, it's very difficult because you don't implant into them some false hope where not ever materialize and will be very unhappy with you. So that's not the situation. Let me bring in Zaga, you ready? You ready?
I mean, the area of what they talk.
Okay. Now, me and you talk. I think on Monday, right?
Yeah, I call you Monday, hoping that I say if you broadcast.
If I go broadcast the protest, I tell you know not to bet about protest, not to so. I say no,
Right.
I don't waste my time on that because I know say you not get for succeed. What do you think about this protest? And why it fail according to your own opinion? Me don't give me your opinion, but your opinion, why it fail?
Well, what should happen, Mr. Mangota? Good afternoon from New York to all fellow Sierra Leoneans listening. What should actually there, now the main reason, Mr. Mangota, is that people that I tell we say, now the truth now in the last. At the beginning, the jiggy jiggy, all these things they happen at the beginning, but you know they last. The truth now in the last, and I know people that they try for buy up time, and people that they some people that because of course the executive they don't get clear. People that they try for buy time, and people that they try for play on the people who they where they follow them, because they don't want to say the truth. It's not only the this demonstration on the 10th collapse. The collapse of the demonstrations then like Adebayo since 2024, there was no demonstration. He called it, but they all failed. I think two times. We had they called one, it fails, and then of course this one fails. And not only that institution of demonstration, under APC. Even another institution owned by APC, which is Chernobyl, you see, that's how they call him. It collapsed. A long time I don't hear him again. You know why? Because the people around it become aware. Chernobyl failed. All the APC bloggers and all the APC politicians fail under this kind of. So these are the institutions that are collapsing. Of course, Chernobyl collapsed because from the day they remove Lara Pierce, because Lara Pierce was that guy was his journalist. Now they broadcast for him. Now they give the information to Chernobyl, and Chernobyl the broadcaster. The first thing that magic they use, not so magic. That woman be the guy information. They say, oh, this guy the research. There's no research about it. The research is he had the source. The source was Lara Pierce. So now they get the information. Since they take Lara Pierce, you don't get information. So that institution don't collapse. All right. Now with the APC and with the strikes, the institution collapsed mainly because they resonate from there are two ways this institution of the APC for them confusion they have in there. Two ways. One, the media, and two, the people on the ground. Now the people on the ground don't aware, they don't understand. So if you go to the media, you find out that everywhere you open, the strike, the protest, everywhere. But when you go to the ground, nothing. So the protest now left with the people in the media. So they will be talking about it, but when they can't implement it, it's not implementable. Because you know why? Some of you they talk to people like Mutimini people. In fact, my last message the last time, Saturday, I talked to Mutimini, tell them, say, they want the way they cause them problem there. 99% of them are Limba and Loco, and the media, and the day. So when they are releasing that message there, when I get for a because I don't think man and they leave APC parenting there. You know, say we now then say now get the Congo Soro. You know that we the team man there. They just push me no more. So but we should understand a little where they're outside the world. We don't educate them for a long time. Tell them say that anybody will come for you, no answer them. Ask her if you're not team. If you're not Timmy or if you're not Limba or Loco, them boys there and they bring the message. So now they don't fail the Timmy man. Then another reason, the people that generally not they buy agents from the media. And now the major factor where they contribute parenting the United Timmy there, they don't they aware say not to them picking them they cause them problem there, and then Limba Loco picking them they cause them problem there. So as such, and when you go to Abacha, look at Abacha, so Timmy woman they did it. You see anybody? Well, unfortunately, fortunately for you see 30 people, but I believe which are you see that I see between 5 to 10 people with placards. You see 30, I don't know where you were standing, but me, I see between 5 to 10 people with placards. And I read that guy, I don't call her, APC Maleka or whoever it is. When they run, he had one come up and they run, they broadcast, they talk, say, then they don't send the police they run after. That guy, they run, in the area where they run, and I they talk. In fact, in copy, they laugh at the media. So, this is the collapse. And what is the main theme of this? The central command of this collapse is because of the message where APC then send, the people that don't understand, say the message is a lie. For say, Bada will tip the election. That's what central command message. Go ask Masu Mama and Pao people. I don't know. Mr. Michael, I talk to me.
You not to me.
Okay. You don't talk to me, Mr. Michael. All right. So you people that there when they say I like to copy theory, and when she then send and pay you, if fashion you anyone will see they despise you. So now for APC do they look for a word or a phrase where they go send to the SLPP or Madabio, where they go confuse the people. But these things they always last for a time. They don't go forever. So people that don't understand say APC they lie. So this is the whole thing. All right. That's why they don't succeed. And for 2004, 2024, we don't really know anything. People that the media don't call, we had they don't call, Ariba don't call 2 times, and then other activities they don't call. Nothing not materialized. You mentioned of that man, Mr. Conte, one Limba guy. where say that Dr. Conte when I think go PNP is one of the political parties in Sierra Leone where they
Yeah.
can't join them, where they can't take over, they I understand say they are abroad, you know, they even did a salon. I mean first time down there Ribot name, I mean first time down there Sian, I mean live. I try to look at the face, let know if I know this guy. No. And they say they're abroad. And I want to appear, appear again at the media. We not see again.
Hmm.
So this kind of thing, the people that are aware, that's all about it. So the demonstration are all left at the media. Then why they elect to them? Because they pay them. Do you understand? They get people that where they give them money from America, where they contribute for them, where they propagate for them, where they propagate for. So then at the media are really left. But the people there in the ground, now they don't know with that. So that's how it is.
So,
Yeah.
what do you think about Dr. Samura? Because since up to this time, he is pretending to be leading this fight for electoral justice. What do you think now in political career? I'm considering the prevailing circumstance of politics in Salon today, especially the fallout between the APC leadership right now. What do you think, say, in political career, again for be?
Well, you see, Dr. Mankota, me and you, we don't talk an hour for the past 2, 3 years now. During the campaign, before the campaign, when there's election. And me personally, I've been in a salon, in a village. Some of the guys there ask me about Samura. And in fact, one of them called me and tell me what you've been talking about. I've been on telling them 2 years to the election. Say Samura will not never be president, not even to be president of this present coming election. He will never be president of Sierra Leone. So me, I don't work, I don't know that, and we just need to look at the time as it goes. I know Samura don't work now the public AI for about 40 years, as they say, and I believe those 40 years, he has nothing to tell about it, because Salone today, in the current state of Sierra Leone, if you go back to 40 years back, that will be what, Dr. Mangota? 40 years back. This is 2024. 40 years back will be what? 1970 what? Maybe 76, 70, 74,
No, no, no. 84.
1984.
Yeah.
40 years. Now, from 1984, if this guy don't begin working at that country, Dr. Mangota, I mean, you come to America a few years ago, you know what you get, you know what you can do. When you were there, not doing it to people in the place. What is Samura we don't do up to these 40 years? We don't do up to date today. When should they cry today? So, one of the leading factors will contribute about the poverty of the country for 40 good years. And he's not ashamed to sit down and say it. Because if standards have been put mechanism in terms of finance where he was for 40 good years from one finance to another. This just tell me say, my wife told me, say that, he said, this guy probably they must be getting favoritism. He said, it happens in the world. People will just like you in the upper positions, or for one reason or the other, they just give you, even if you cannot manifest it. They just give you. So the same thing you get that favor with Ares Koroma. Some people are basically, they can be attracted by people, by leaders. They just feel he's a leader. So he was attracted by Ares Koroma for one reason or the other. He make him. This guy was just getting famous. It happens, but he's not a leader. So he's a failure. So in those 40 years, he failed to make anything concrete in Sierra Leone. Now he's talking about finance, he's talking about economy, he's talking about what? The only the APC can make Sierra Leone. I think he's saying the reverse, that only APC can destroy Sierra Leone. That's what he's saying exactly. You see, and talking about his future in politics, Samura first is not a politician. He never registered. And I will tell you, Samura will not go to no political party. He will not form any political party because he's not a politician. Case in point, when did he become a voter in Sierra Leone? When did he register to a political party? Tell me, Dr. Mangota. To tell you that's not his area. Huh?
2017.
2017, a year to the election. Now he registered to a political party. So he's not a politician. He only registered because he knew they already go to, give him the presidential candidacy. So that's the time he registered. So even you, well, you are over 10, 15 times older than him in politics. So he only come to, like, this is the case of, APC is very common with APC. This is the case of Shaka Stevens and and Momo. They say Momo should not start with what I winner for you, they pass you. You know that famous song. I don't know if you know about it, Dr. Mankota. But once you don't start with Shaki and power, what I winner for you, they run past you. So this now what I winner for Samura, but he only run past her. Then it's common in APC. They will just call you, get attracted. And Momo also was a weak person. First of all, he go to the ascendancy of a brigadier general or whatever, head of the military. But he was not somebody who can prove that. We know it, Momo. Probably, in fact, I think he even stopped in a fifth form in those days. Yeah, they don't merit those things. So I mean, it is not surprising for us to see Samura up there because we've seen it from APC. And when things start, people then say, "See, what happened Saturday, they happen another, it go must happen another Saturday." So that's why people are aware of Saturday's things happening because they repeat. So this is what happened. But Samura is not a politician. Me, I don't even want to countenance him in politics because he don't know politics. He's not a politician, and he don't have the capacity or the technical know-how of being a politician. So that's all I can tell you. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Well, um, one thing that is clear though is that the APC is moving forward. No matter what's in the circumstance, no matter what's in the distraction, we are moving forward because we cannot afford to lose another election. And a couple of weeks ago, I talked about this for saying APC cannot afford to lose another election. Considering the the nature of people in Salon politics, if you lose 3 consecutive elections, now a total political party then.
Well, that's true actually.
Yeah, yeah, because the reason we make the talk so, people are not sticking to a political party, especially in the north. People are sticking to the money. Politics in Salon is about money. So
Yes.
you don't wait and say Mori for 10 years. Then the last thing where you want is for make you see another 5 years. That's a disaster. So
That's the one, because I don't want to stop you on that, but that was introduced. Political money was introduced during the Ernest Koroma time. I've been in Sierra Leone, and just like Samura born na Salone, where he say in done dey for long years, he said done dey for long years. But in terms of money, referring to politics as money and people going to politics for money, it was during Ernest Koroma's time. That create that monetary awareness in the north, the northerners for the APC. Look at the people coming out now under the APC who are coming from flag bearership. Look, in 2018, 28 of them. This is business. Serious business. Serious business, Dr. Mankota, for the APC. Now look at those who are coming now, featherweight people. Every Jack and Jill is coming. They want to be a president because they don't see say that's the only way to become rich. So it doesn't matter whether you are aware, you are educated, you have experience, you are this, or people know it. They don't care. And APC is one party. Whether na monkey come on a bush, once na APC, then they vote for her, then they support her, then they
no.
jump. They don't look at what he can do. Then they look at what the party, they vote for the party, they don't vote for a candidate. APC, not they
Mr.
vote for a candidate.
Abu,
Yeah.
I think you did mistake the APC for the SLPP. Now SLPP, now in the vote for the party, I don't talk about so many times, and I believe
Nah.
you they agree with me because the data is very, very clear. The APC party don't vote for a candidate way not to APC. Okay, the APC party don't vote for a candidate way not to APC, and
under the elections of Sierra Leone.
yeah,
You're talking of Tijan Kaba.
Tijan Kaba.
There was no amalgamated political APC party. APC party was in disarray. People were going bizarre. They don't know where they belong. So
Well,
at that time was the first election. They are trying to fire. They are trying to console themselves.
Mr. Gabo,
Yes,
we just
yes.
the time debunk you what and call. Did the APC party contested in 1996?
Yes, they did.
Uh-huh.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
They do. Did the APC
Yes,
party contest in 2002?
of course they contested all elections.
Here you go.
Uh-huh.
Here you go. So for say
Those people. Mhm.
I like na monkey na in the nada leadership position and they vote for her. It doesn't matter. No, that is
Right.
actually the attitude of the SLPP. I want to be fair. Now the new generation of SLPP, then don't they begin realize say that's not an archaic way of thinking. But when you look at the dynamics of politics as alone, and I will back it with data. Okay, I'm not saying no more because I mean APC. I'm telling you, when you look at the data, you look at the dynamics of politics as alone, the SLPP has always been sticking to the SLPP no matter what they did. It has the only time when the SLPP switch a little bit, not of because of the APC, they switch because of Charles Magai, where then refused for Guillaume the flag bearership of the SLPP, then go form the PMDC.
So
So
they don't already. So the SLPP don't vote for APC in that sense. If that's what you are saying.
no, not the SLP, not the SLPP, it's the PMDC. Remember those
Okay.
who voted for the APC in 2007 were not SLPP, they were PMDC. They left SLPP. So then go from the
Okay.
party. You see the point where they try for talk for saying now
Right.
they consistently and don't vote for the SLPP, we help them win. In fact, up to this time today, Tonkolili, Cambia, they vote for SLPP overwhelmingly. Yes, they're not able for win then distribute them, but then they get a lot of votes from them when they call them. Even the last election, Potloko
Yeah.
voted for, even Potloko, for God's sake, they voted for the SLPP overwhelmingly. 20-something%. You go say now because of the vice president, but that's exactly the point. So we are not voting for political party. Yes, now I don't see say the APC or the Northerners, forget about the APC, the Northerners, the Northwest, then don't begin for look at the party itself instead of the individual. But before, they were looking at the individual instead of the party. The SLPP, we are looking for the party instead of the individual. This is not a fact. Go ahead.
Yeah, I understand your theory, but it doesn't hold in every area because when a person in the north votes for SLPP, and one common thing, even in the media where we are, I'm a Chimney, and whenever I send a message, the people in the tell me say, they don't believe saying that Chimney man. Yeah, and they talk am because why? Then they take and say anybody when a Chimney man are APC. So this is the problem. There are majority well-to-do, sufficient educated team demand there when I send. All right, so people they tell me all that thing because that's the one of the thing where they try to drive to the people in a salon, especially the Timini there. Because Timini is not APC. I don't know why they think when you are born Timini you are APC.
Mr. Gabo,
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the SLPP was created in the north
correct.
by too many people and mixture. Let me just say in the north. So and
Correct.
then saying every team in APC, you don't understand the history of the SLPP and the APC. In fact, the
Correct.
APC came from the SLPP. We
Correct.
have history there. So you see, go ahead.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. So being in the north, as you probably may have said, you trying to say the people in the Gambia because they are in the north, you think that they are APC. They voted overwhelmingly for SLPP. The people in where somewhere else because they are from the north. So in other words, people from the north are literally known as APC. That's what you are saying. But this is why I'm saying it is not true. It is not all that right or true. Okay. A simple example: I am a Timini from the north. I am not APC, and I will never be.
Well,
Simple.
never say never because this one, yeah,
Well, you therefore be president. Maybe I'll vote for you.
so, yeah, exactly. Sometimes if Dr. Mankota become the flag bearer of the APC, you can definitely vote for APC.
Definitely.
Never say never.
Correct.
But this when I continue for putting a comment at the comment section, I see one guy we actually enthusiastic today. Then call Abu Kamara. Edepang attack we na the comments. But okay, we go read in our comments. Okay.
And we will respond to that concomitantly.
Yeah. Edepa attack we me and you. Well,
We will respond to that concomitantly.
that's the beauty of this program. We can give you the opportunity for let yourself express yourself as long as you know the cause person, as long as you know they go outside of the line of ethics, you're okay, you're good. Abu Kamara, we'll go read you. Must say no matter how you try for attack, we will go read them. But anyway, the last thing I want to say before we go to the next segment is Dr. Samura. Dr. Samura, once again, it's time for make you repay the APC party. I know say very, very hard. The APC party don't make who you are today when it comes to politics. The APC party, now then go take you, then can wash you clean inside politics, then present you to the public. The public look you, then elect you. Now God don't mark no more for say you get for be a president. And this now some of the things that me in particular, I believe say leadership now God now they choose a leader. It's not your popularity, it's not your intentions, it's not your wishes, it's not your hard work, it's a destiny. And I don't talk so many times saying, it not mean say because you fail for be the president, that means say you get for destroy the foundation, we make you up. That is really, really, really not a good thing. And not good at all. So this they make APC they afraid for go take somebody from outside for Brian Camp because Bianca experience here is very, very hurtful. You see them, spend penny during the 2018 election. People them in their way, them in they spend the money for over 2 years. Then they go in and out of the country, all over the country. Then they campaign, believe say the election get for happen. Then go able for get the privilege for making them contest now the primaries. Okay, we president, we leader at the time. He look at things, he say, you know what, I will go take somebody from outside for make he can lead. It was very, very hurtful for them people. Then they like waiting Mr. Kakabo, they talk, then 28 people, then they're not be happy at all. But at the end of the day, what happen? We all come together and say, hey, this now we leader. When I hear waiting, say, he say, EBK, and it's my Koroma, tell him. He say, il est donc, il pray, il est donc. Now Samura God show him.
Can I say something? Because I look a brother.
So it means that
Because I look a brother.
it means that things where I read down there. Either if not true within personal talk, not true. Either Anes by Koroma mislead Yansane or God mislead Anes by Koroma.
Una don't miss God day, una left. God never mislead people. God, Dr. Mangot, I withdraw that statement. God never mislead. God do what is sanctioned label. And he let it reverse.
Mr. Philosopher.
Yeah.
That's me as philosopher. I like for look at things in a different logics and see.
I will look for it if God could disappoint people or deceive people. I'll research on that, Dr. Mangot.
Well, sometimes
Yes.
in claim say in a God for deceive people them. It will be maybe
Well,
when they don't sleep, now Satan, you see, if you say,
yeah, good. Well, differentiate between God and Satan. You must say Satan and deceiver.
I'm not
Don't
saying,
I go accept that.
but maybe
But
this,
I'll research the philosophy under which God is a deceiver. But if you say Satan, I can hold on with you. But I'm sure it was not God appeared to him in that sleep. It was Satan. That I am sure.
anyway, with politicians, they now stars them. So now, if we don't try everything possible, we fail. The last thing what we want from Dr. Samura for making say either me or no APC. That is really, really ungrateful. It's really, really bad. And we get certain people that way believe say they love the APC, but then they're stuck with this nonsense. Well, you can see now the comment section. People are angry because they believe say what they believe in that the right thing. So if the any other person they say something way contrary to them, and they vex, and they're angry. Look at the comment section.
Dr.
We
Mangota, we said that before here. We said that before here, Dr. Mangota. You talk and I, a few months ago, you said Dr. I mean, Samura not win the election. You said, but they will answer as time goes along. They will come with the answer before 2028. A lot of people will talk and say, now confusion no more will be the cause. Will not win the election. That is where the problem lies. But
well,
who will say it now? They will kill you if you say it now because you
well,
don't deceive a lot of people. Yeah.
well. It's already happening now, Mr. Kabo. For people like we, so we know they eat we brain when we hungry. We know say it's already happened. I don't know if I've been talking about this last week, but let me repeat this again since we bring come on the 16th of November. APC Arizona been get an inauguration.
Right, right.
A lot of APC chapters in the United States then come for can support we. So we there outside of the hall, me and one of my friend, we did talk. Very, very highly intelligent person, very, very smart.
Mhm.
We did talk. He believes say yes, indeed the APC win this election. So he asked me your opinion.
Right.
I tell him, I say, bruh, me na APC. I don't know the APC for the past 20 years. I don't want to join any other political party, but the APC. And not to foresee now, first and force me for joining the APC party because I just believe in the ideology and the stance of the APC. Yes,
Correct.
we get we differences of ideological belief system, and that's good. They call them diversity, also, and a very
Correct.
good for any progression. I said, but I did tell you the APC not win this election, but not trust me. I say mark this. That next day, I say mark this. There will be a time very soon the APC leadership, either by mistake or
Who admit?
they will come and tell we say this election will not be winner, or that election will not be winner. You know, Payansane, the first person we talk, well, the constitution of the APC talks say
Mm.
if you don't win the election, after 6 months, you get for relinquish your position. Now that one
Okay.
they try for enforce the APC constitution on Dr. Samura. Technically speaking, they are acknowledging that the APC did
They
not
not
win.
win. Definitely.
Recently, CDI Tunis, now AYV, said the same thing. So now two people that now don't technically acknowledge him will not be win the election. Now that make a talk to him. People they will be they cost me. Now this program or now social media where I've been talk say bra. Because I think say now all the APC now few people there we actually get the courage for saying, oh, will not be win this election. Come on. And me now what
Dr. Mankota, yeah, Dr. Mankota, after the election, he came over and then we do the broadcast since then.
that's
And you did your tally. And I was observing the elections from here, from the day of the campaign when Adadio declared the campaign. In fact, since Adadio became president, we were watching these elections. And we see Samura don't have a campaign team, no campaign message. In fact, I referred to his campaign as what? I said a drive-through. You remember those ones? When I was saying his campaign was a drive-through campaign, like you go to McDonald's or one bread or sugar bread or whatever, you go or a cup of tea or wherever in Papas. I said that's how he was campaigning. You know, get a setup. I said, look at brother. I mean, that guy don't campaign. From that point, with Dr. Mankota, we all know that Samura going to lose that election. And when you came also, we were on this ever since up to date. We are telling these people that that's why when I started just now, when you asked me, I told you the truth. Our people say the truth 9 day, the last. This is where I was coming from. And they
Well,
have a jargon, the jargon they use as a central command. When I use the word theory, where she then send and you all man, as long as a lot of people every day then they talk am, then they take and say that true, but not too true. That then talk say Maradio or ECSL or SLPP then take the election. I say that this word nine they use, nine they all people they feel say that true, not too true. Now who will redeem this word now? Who they are coming bit by bit to
well,
redeem this statement
let me say,
or to reverse it.
let me say something. Let me say something.
Right.
The reason why a lot of people don't understand me own philosophical belief or behavior is that we get a culture in a salon where we all want to then teach we. When it comes to politics, it's all about dirty game. It's
Right.
all it's all about deception. Now that make in Sierra Leone, if somebody tell you say you're not a politician, you know what
Not
he
bad
mean?
word. Not bad word. You're saying a liar. You're saying a liar. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
that
But in SLPP, we don't have politicians. We have leaders.
no, you have politician. You have politician.
We
So
don't have them. We have leaders.
me say,
APC now get politicians.
no. Salo nobody no go tell me say that political party they it better pass the order when it comes to deception. The SLPP they're very,
Well,
very deceptive. The APC they're very, very deceptive. Unfortunately, that understanding of politics is infecting the new generation, and that's not the danger part.
in the
You know,
north
if you
and in
make
the APC.
if you no everybody, if you make if you make a poll na salon and talk say in ask a question saying, do you think the current political spectrum should be changed? I will tell you say 99% of you respondents then will tell you say yes. Okay, then we'll ask us,
Okay.
but but now if you look at the behavior of those respondents, now the same thing. The same attitude way we they say it bad, now in we they follow. We say let we change them, but we not agree for change them, we they follow them. But how on earth you want for practice clean and decent politics, you they lie to you people themselves, self.
Yeah. That I don't understand. That actually, Dr. Mankota, this
This
is
is
one of the baffling things. You dey cost them parents then, you dey cost them great grandparents then, you dey cost them parents that will not die for years, and then children that will not born yet. Then you dey go life and then you know they tell them the truth.
Mr.
I
Gabo,
don't understand how the people they follow them people there.
Mr. Gabo,
Yeah.
when I talk about lie, I'm not talking about APC alone, I'm talking about SLPP too. I, I'm
Dr.
very
Mankota,
I'm very proud.
Dr. Mankota,
This is
Dr.
this a national disease, and it's affecting
Doc-
it's a transmitted disease. That's what they call them. Transmission disease, where we get the
Dr. Dr.
county.
Mankota, can I say something about APC? The number one general thing about an APC person, which you will never take from him. APC will always say, now we all not so we can. No, not to so we can. We SLPP will not answer. That's how they tell you.
Yeah,
APC, if you tell them APC, we don't lost conversation, we don't lost everything. You tell you say, but all them party they accept now the same. Let's pull them all. Not lie because you don't lost the conversation. We don't lost the conversation. APC and SLPP are two different people, two parallel lines. They
Mr.
will never meet. They
Mr. Gabo,
run side by side. They will never.
Mr.
Correct.
Gabo,
Yeah.
you know what in Timin man say?
No.
Obiara,
Tell.
lawyer mo, Obiara, lawyer mo. You know what that mean?
Explain to them what they want to tell you, man.
Like somebody where they tap palm wine, you know, go ever million a bad. You know they do.
Okay, but this is
So now you they do so. You understand?
now we not a compare, we not a do comparison. APC na the tactics. We don't win and conversation. Even when we are in the media, we know that. I actually don't mean win now. Say, well, now that left, we all not so we all did. Nobody, they don't lost contract. APC and SLPP are different in ideology, different in all aspects of politics.
Well, prove it.
That I'll tell you. That I'll show you.
Prove it.
And you see it now. When Anes Koroma became president, when Madabio lost the elections, what did he do? He gathered all the tripartites, all the electoral uh, 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 justice, he gathered all stripes, all other things, he put them in one basket, he go to court because that's what they tell him to do. That's what the constitution says. And what the court says, he abide and leave. No problem. Did you hear anybody curse anybody, Mama? You see any strike where kill soldier man, the policeman there? Come on, Mr. Mankota, thousands and thousands of differences in terms of attitude and behavior and the overall political parties. APC, SLPP is completely different.
Mr. Gabo.
It's a very positive party. Correct.
In 2008,
yes,
in 2018, when we lose the election, not the same thing we do. We gather all, we go to court. We're not being cost anybody, did we?
What was you went to court? What happened?
Well, 2 years later, they're not caught the case. In fact, not only no more go to court, even Sylvia Blyden go to court too. So
well, Dr. Mankota, that case there is purely and solely for you guys because now I conduct election and now I announce the winner and now I talk say we no win. That day now I go to court. And I believe the court treats and what now when I conduct the election, now when I get the electoral commissioner, now when I pronounce what I do as the winner, and when I go to court again, who's can fool down way past if you see that case, Lord have mercy. Who's can fool down me? When I don't give the power to the man, everything, I don't get the power. You can't go back in the court. Thank God the court not look into it. Because I personally will not look into it. As an ordinary man, not being a lawyer. Come on, man. Una case.
So what did they tell we go see this?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what you go to do. Anyway, you figure it out. What you guys go do. Who is going to be the witness? Who are they going to call? Madabio came from nowhere. He campaigned his people. They don't have the military. They don't have the police. They don't even have the courts. Nobody know him. And they will not go to court where nothing pronounced himself. Now I conduct, now I do everything. All the powers now I get there. What I tell APC, we don't get sense. What I tell them to let them go now. They don't left. What I didn't advise now for these people are serious.
Okay.
No, they left this
trouble. Okay, let's move on. You catch me up on this wire anyway.
We're just creating humor. Sometimes we create humor so that the listeners also they laugh. And I'm then they laugh. So I mean, go ahead.
So now we got the election, now we get the courts, now we get the electoral commission, now we get the police, then we say they're win.
Now announce them, the president.
All right. Okay. Well, let's go to a very important topic. We are one for let's discuss briefly, then we'll go start the comments. 2 days ago, we did see some videos where they come on Guinea-Sierra Leone border. We a very, very disturbing. I don't know what happened, but according to some of the reports where they get, there are a lot of Sierra Leoneans in Guinea we live in Guinea. I don't know what happened. The Guinean authority begin round up them people here, then bring them. But the problem here is when you dey do them thing then day, the first thing we get for do, you contact the embassy na your country. The countries in embassy na Guinea, they're supposed to contact Sierra Leone embassy na Guinea and tell them for make them can verify the people, not for say because somebody talk Creole in a actual Sierra Leonean. Everybody can talk any language. This is now one of the reasons this way the protocol need to be followed. Where they not say make you not round up or make you not deport somebody. But you get for do the right way, you get for follow the protocol. How is the protocol? You all them people here, you call the embassy for can verify for say yes, these people are Sierra Leoneans. Then you load them, can then go deport them. But according to the report where I get, it never happened. They're not ever consult the Sierra Leone embassy in Guinea, nor the government official in Africa. So then just round up them people. I don't know what them people are do. Round them up, then come, then just one for come push them saloon and tell the immigration officers then now the place they for select and can pick them up. The immigration officers then they refuse because they not get any authority from the higher authorities. So they refuse to accept them. It brings some kind of problem. It brings problem. I think I don't know if they're not settled that problem there now, but 2 days we see the videos them on social media where people then put them to cars, some people then they run, you know. But what's in the thing? What's in the thing? I believe say migration is something way natural. From memorial time, people migrate for so many reasons. Some are for economic reasons, some are for educational reasons, some are political reasons, some so many reasons where people then they migrate. This is why the United Nations actually make some rules, international rules on migration. So if the Sierra Leonean government wants for take them people here, the Guinean authority need for do the right thing. I think say they don't solve that problem because yesterday I see a video of the vice president and say he been going at the border for go see the situation. I don't know if they don't settle this problem because from that we then call it not even follow up again. But why this is very, very important? It still boils down to we, the Sierra Leonean people there. I believe say most of them people then the way they round up, they left because of economic reasons. That's why they left them go to Guinea for go drag. If we improve the living of standard na salon, most of them people they not sorry, they not they go and they stay in a salon. This is why we always look at the things in politics na salon on a national level, not on a political level or partisan level. We need for able for separate we party interest from the national interest. Because to be honest with you, no matter how we defeat ourselves, if we not come together as a nation and try to solve some of the economic problems that we people then get, it's going to continue. We will focus on fighting each other for the rest of our life, and we're not able to do anything for solve the problem. National problems needs national collaboration. So I don't see people them. I don't engage so many people them on social media. Both during the time of the SLPP, during the time of the APC, and this time when the SLPP didn't have power. During the time of we own government, when our APC and SLPP, there were some people who been the pray, who been the undermine the government simply because they're not to APC. So to them, It's not the national government, it's the APC government. I don't see people that will be in the right letter. Now, yeah, now American, yeah, do internet they say an escroma, it corrupt, then write letter to IMF, but may IMF stop for good, they send money in a salon. This was during the time of the APC. It don't happen. I don't engage them people and I don't debate them. The same thing today, I they see during the time of the SLPP, people are undermining this government for saying make them not send money as a loan because this not illegitimate government. But at the end of the day, waiting that care for benefits you, other than destroying the very people where you think say the first for. Madabio or Anes by Koroma, if they not send money as a loan, they stop their salary. Then salary, them benefit, all them benefit, a guarantee, take it common power. Or take them common power. So you think say Namadabio or Aneskroma, you defect? No. You know what they go on? You are fighting the very people who you think say now they protect. So we have to come together when it comes to national issues. Now, so I see many advanced countries, when it comes to national issues, for example, in America, whether you're a Republican or Democrat, they come together, work and resolve the problems. This is what we're supposed to be doing in Sierra Leone. But for undermine, this government, I not like them because not to me government, I like the one we see, I hate the one we see, or this Nami government, if he corrupt, I know they come out and tell and say you corrupt, and they try for defend them. These are all factors where they deprive that country from moving forward. Unfortunately, 90% of the people in Salon fall under this category of undermining the very interests of their own nations. Now the result of this, people are going outside for economic progress, economic development. And then people are then they maltreat them bad. Because especially we waiting at the diaspora. When I say diaspora, I'm not talking about like African countries, them. I'm talking about advanced countries like the United States, Europe, and other places. Them. These are now we're supposed to lead. We have to lead for help, for direct the progress and development of the country. But unfortunately, now we are the people that way the stumbling block the progress of the country. Now we self waiting at the diaspora. Now we cause the problem. Like what Mr. Gabo said. People then they go pay somebody for make them stop progress of the country. Now they send money as a loan to people them for making them cause problem in the country. Chaos, mamikos, all them kind of bad things. We in the diaspora, especially we in America now, because America is actually the building block of the diaspora when it comes to politics. Now we they provide the resources for let people then continue for cause problem in that country. If the election don't over, no matter what in the outcome, then we come and sit down and resolve them amicably and pay attention to the benefits of the country. Mr. Gabo, you get anything for say before we go to the...
Yes, Dr. Mankota. Sorry, yeah. I had it clear. I don't really don't talk with regards to the issue in Guinea. But before I go to the issue in Guinea, let people and therefore understand say, migration and immigration now universal thing. They're all over the world. You can say Europe, and we all know that Europe, in the Western world, is always better in any kind of type of thing that takes place. If you get to democracy, they are better than us because we are Africans. That's what it is. So if immigration, which is an international issue, the world all over, if Europe, America, or the Western world is better, of course Africa is not going to be better. Africa cannot compete with the Western world in any aspect.
But why?
So because we are not ready yet with the people of Africa.
When are we going to ready?
Um, it takes a long time, and we have forces that hold us down again. Because if America has billionaires and the Sierra Leone want to compete with Americans, they will block you not to be billionaires because they want to have you always under them.
Hmm.
So the Western world will always put us, hold our hands or our legs when we want to jump.
Yeah.
So this is obvious. It's not about this president or that president. So when people go with the idea of saying, because the country tough, and matter they will just be 6 years. This is why we are talking about Samura for 40 years. If anything would have been happening, economy would have been better. It would have been better now for 40 good years when he sat. Not counting these 6 years when he's out of power though. Out of these 6 years, for 40 good years, we came in, what did we find? We find what you call, name it again. I don't tell you, tell me that English word do.
Economic rationalization. We call them economic rationalization. I
All
know
right.
they would have the
All right, okay, you get me because they won't go out of my head. Let me ask you, how would I call her?
not only say the word Ajibijalo na you come on na him coin this what they are for saying economic rationalization. We not call them
All right,
austerity. We call them economic.
exactly. That was the word. That was the word because I know you framed it in some way the last time and many times. Okay, so all these problems, not before happy. And Madadios government they are blaming. He just came 6 months, 6 years, and he find this problem, and then say it is because of him. And let me assure you, Dr. Mankota, the people that went in at the media today, when they talk from in the Western world, all over, even in Africa, 99.99% of them came during an Eskurumai time. Count them. All these media manics, these guys in Europe, in America, and all over, they came out, they come to Europe, America during an Eskurumai time. If the country was sweet, this could happen? No. And besides, migration is in different ways. In Africa, when you get money, trust me, you don't sit in Africa. You don't let your children sit in Africa. Send them to America. You know that, right? Only the rich people can do that, right? Now, why would you send your people to America when you're already rich? Why you don't let them stay there? But this is just what it is. You can't change it. There are people who had good jobs in Africa, in Sierra Leone in particular, but because they don't be in America, they don't satisfy. So what happened? They will work all that money and save it and go find a visa to come to America. And when they come to America, it's another whole story. They never even reach us. They were rich over there. So migration doesn't mean a country is starving or the economy is poor and I make people that they move. That is not always all true. It is
Yeah.
true, but it's not all of that true because we
Okay.
get people that, yeah, it's not all that true. There are rich people in Sierra Leone who left because they have money. They are rich. They come to America. They go to Europe.
Very
Yes.
true. Yeah.
So I mean, so when the people, but the politics of Sierra Leone is a rotten game. When these things happen now, they say Maradio. Now let's come back to hence I explain why people move and how they move, what is true and what is not true. America here, Donald Trump is fighting with us here. He said they're going to deport people, illegal immigrants. So if the Western world is doing it, why do you think Guinea will not do that? Why? And here, according to the news, the guy is even telling us that even if you have a citizenship, they will have to go over it, review it, and if you didn't give any mistake there, then they take you out for that interview, submission at the time. So migration and immigration is a problem everywhere. So let us just don't blame Guinea. But this is what I know about the Guinea issue. Two things came to my mind. Oh, the main important thing is one, the Guinean did not inform the president of Sierra, I mean the government of Sierra Leone. That I made to understand because I listened to the ambassador. I even listened to Fatma Sawane, who is I think the deputy. I listened to her submission. They did not tell them they don't know. But again, America, when they are deporting people, they don't tell the president. They just send them over the border when they are sending this Mexicans. I don't think they tell the president. So I don't know if it is constitutional or international law that you have to inform that president. I don't know. Probably it's just a gesture of national solidarity or international solidarity that I will tell you, but otherwise I'm not telling you. Because I remember, yeah.
Even here in America, you know, they just go grab somebody, go send them at the border because the recipient country therefore agree. Otherwise, no. That's my point.
All right.
All right. If the people that then at the border, America able to block them for making them not come in. But people that way don't come in, can't stay for a while. You know, they just go take them people, then they go send them at the border. If the recipient country, you know, they agree. So it's the same thing all over. That's not a United Nations international law that one day.
Yeah, I understand that, Dr. Mankota, but it happens. The only problem is here is modified, and there are people who will take your case. Even if it's a white against a black, the white man will take your case once you go against the constitution. If you have that, the people will contest on that. You will have a lot of support. You understand that? That's the only difference as unlike Africa. Now, in Africa, in the Guinea issue, the ambassador, the government was not informed. But this is the first thing I heard is that, or I see on the video is that there's a particular area, location. I bet some people say there are a lot of tyrannies there. That's where they bring the problem. They say, Mara, the owner will sign with nine tells that man because those people are northerners. There are more tyrannies in the site. Let them pull them in. No. Yeah. So all those things are coming up, which is not true. That I know. But what I know about that site is that when they demolish is that the people around that site have been. They don't ask. Say they want entertainment center area there. That's like a football field and a market for the people in the area. Football and a market. And according to the stories, these people who live there have been informed several times, and a lot of them accepted that yes, they've been informed to move from that area. That's
yeah.
Right. That I need to understand. And we all know how slums are. We have Kube, we have Muaf, we have a lot of those slums in Sierra Leone, how dangerous they are. Not only for you. Those are the slums where when the water they come, not only they can go people in Asalo. They broke the house there. People that always fire a cage, the whole place cage, become a slum, not anything in it. So you see, if Sierra Leone don't understand that, even it's dying. But the people in Guinea, they understand that this is a dangerous place. So they say, you know what?
But they've been there for years.
I understand that. That's the Sierra Leonean argument. When he take a piece of land, he said, I've been on it for 20 years. So if you did it for 20 years, 20 years ago, it belongs to somebody, it belongs to the government. It doesn't matter when being somewhere for over how many years doesn't mean that it belongs there or you own it. It's just that the time don't come yet, the law don't come yet, where somebody go say, oh, that place yonder. No go there. Now the government gets that. Bam. So when I did that for 40, 50 years, this is what the average Sierra Leonean have to understand. They want to wait in them what happened. And they want to wait take government land. I don't been there for 20 years, but hey, that land belongs to the government. 20 years ago, nobody asked you. But the law don't mean that because they don't ask you, you are right. No. But the time when they come, when they ask you, and you have to vacate. So this is one of the situations. They told them they don't move several times. 3 months, they noticed them. I need to understand. The people came and demolished the place. And in fact, they said more Guineans are affected because they have vehicle garages there where they make they repair vehicles. They have more investment there than the Sierra Leoneans there. They say they are affected greatly, the Guinean people. You understand? It's a business area. Now, some of them, they ask them, according to the ambassador and the other authorities, they have been telling them several times that when you come register to the embassy. But you know, Solomon, and they say not to embassy, bring me now. So they know they register. And the people also, I understand, I don't know if that's the same site, They said they were selling drugs there, tramadol and kush. They're going to introduce in Guinea. And this may cause a lot of problems to one prominent guy, whether it's supposed to be a teacher in the community, a teacher, a prominent guy. He get this Salonian friend, he influence him into this thing. The guy don't have a key, they don't tell him go now hospital. The women them can get command inside Guinea, according to what I understand in Guinea. The women there, when they team up for something, a problem. So this cry that the woman then cry out, say then people they can infect their society, then they can bring them to they destroy their children there, and then go to see the president, and the president speak to them. So these are the stories. So we don't know which is which right now.
Yeah.
Okay, all we know for sure is they break the place, they send them out, but there are still more. Okay, so this is what I know for that, I can tell you.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that, and that brings me to the comments. Your comments, they're very, very important. So let's go take a look at some of them comments here. Then we'll discuss some if we get chance. All right. I'd Basoon say fact. I don't know if now the what will be the talk now they say fact. But Abu Kamara say Mankota, the protest was organized by Dr. Samura Kamara. The protest organizers believe the protest was a success. Only haters of electoral justice like you think the protest is a failure. Okay. Well,
So what makes it successful?
well, success is a subjective one. So I know,
Right.
I know
Okay.
people dispute with him. But
Okay.
definitely,
He's right.
yeah, it's okay. That's what you said. The truth is objective anyway. But I will left to you. Abu Kamara say your analysis is grossly misleading. I don't know whose analysis is my analysis or Mr. Gabo analysis or our analysis. But in any case, I don't think say what we talk lie they do. Lie no they at all. What we talk about what they go on. So, but we respect your opinion too, because that's not the beauty of this program. You got to respect the viewers' opinion too, as long as they're not the outside of the line. Conotri say, Doc, frankly, the only people that are committed to so-called electoral justice are people in the diaspora. Ordinary Sierra Leoneans, frankly, worry more about the price of bag rice and their daily struggle. Abu Kamara say, have you listened to Abdul Kabo's presentation during his conference with the illegitimate Minister of Information? Okay. I listened to the conference. I listened to that conference. The not know the way Abdul Kabo talk way na new things. We don't talk about that dancing and day for the past 1.5 years now. Maybe now the first time this or say it's way you can at this program. We talked about that. So I know I listened to them. Now the same thing, then they just repeat no more. In fact, most times they can contradict themselves because
Exactly.
then they talk one thing I had today, then forget say, then don't talk this. Wait them go now the other side and go talk different things. So me, I don't know,
Right.
but
And going 2 years, Dr. Mankota, why is Abdul Kago coming and say elections are not secret? Why they don't take that to court at the time? Why does he want to show as if he you see the then guy you see what the young guy they had to do? That they try to pull their head because they're looking for something in the future. Like they are making sense. It don't make sense. When the thing will happen, now if you not to, at this point in time, well, everything is dying or dead.
well, Abu Kabu says and that same interview day, he acknowledged say the APC make mistake. He acknowledged that. And the same way Abu Kamara the talk.
Yeah.
Abu Kamara say, Ankota, you can believe whatever you like about the recent protests. You and Mr. Kabo are balls of the
That's fine. We take it. You know, which I like this Saranian person. Even if they talk the wrong thing, you say that my opinion.
Yeah.
You say that my opinion. Yeah. That's I want to talk. Now freedom of speech.
Yeah. He also say, Kabo, you are not actually following Chernobyl. Mr. Ba is still working. You and Mankota ought to be ashamed of yourselves for propagating lies. I don't know what man can tell you. Konotri say the so-called electoral justice is propagated by social media influencers. None of them resides in Sierra Leone. They still
Yeah.
can go to court to force ECSL to produce the result. They have standing in court. Abu Kamara
Oh,
said
let them go.
the December 10th, 2024 protest was a success based on the protest organizers' point of view. Okay.
Because when something succeeds, it has an effect. So let us look at the effect, whether it's going to be a positive or a negative effect. And
Well,
I believe them, they were expecting a positive effect. I don't know the positivity of it.
Mr. Kabo,
Maybe they still, yeah.
Mr. Kabo, you don't even need for argue this. The very people
Right.
that support this protest here, waiting at the diaspora, not so then are social media, then they blame each other why the protest
Right.
failed. If not a success protest, those people who are actually sponsoring this protest, then for being on social media, then they grumble for say the protest failed because of XYZ.
Now, the same one, yeah, then they grumble, say the fair. So, yeah.
Abu Kamara is doing this because now your opinion, so you get for respect him.
Right, exactly.
He also say, Cabo, you are going to eat your words soon. What has Mada done in Sierra Leone after 6 years under his watch?
Wow. Yeah, sure. I can't wait to eat that.
He also say, Mada Bio declared president without proof of his winning. Dr. Samura Kamara won the 2023 election, which Mada hijacked.
Good for you.
It's a shame to see older men spreading lies on social media.
That's good.
Okay.
The end justify the means.
Yeah.
We will know who is the liar.
Yeah. He also, I think this guy actually
Yeah.
today. He said there will be no 2028 elections. I don't know if this guy even did a salon where they talk so.
Well, even if he been at Sierra Leone, he might not. He just say things out of Salomon. They don't care. They're not entitled to their words though. They don't care what you then say once they say it, because they say that freedom of speech. So they are not, they don't know that even freedom of speech you're entitled to what you say because people are listening to you, and it's not just because you want to talk. You just talk. So that's what it is about the average Sierra Leonean. It doesn't matter where he is.
All right. Konotri say what has any president done in Sierra Leone? Idrissa Fatoma say the protest is a failure and also waste of their time. No results. Some of them were even arrested. Well, Abu Kamara beg to differ. Abu Kamara say, you elder people spreading hate are obstacle to peace and prosperity in Sierra Leone. So
first of all, he contradict. Elder people are trying to put the record straight because we know we've been there, we've done it, and we've even interacted with some of you, and some of you are even our children, and some of you call us uncles. So we know better than you do. That's the problem with the Sierra Leonean.
Yeah. Now he asks a question. Mr. Cabo, how many flag bearer aspirants in the SLPP?
I don't know how many flag bearer aspirants for 2018, but I know in APC 28 plus Samura making 29. So you find out and tell us about the SLPP. But I know APC is 28. That I can tell you.
Well, I know say the flag bearer we are probably around 3 or 4 or 5 now the SLPP.
Well, thank you.
Ali Kaba.
I don't want to say it because you will say, "Oh, I'm defending them," but I know.
And I think two more people. I think about three or 4 people anyway.
Compared to 28, yeah.
Idrissa Fatoma say the Timini are the founder of SLPP.
And that's why some of us, the team is our SLPP.
Yeah, but the Southeast side, they don't hijack them. So
it doesn't matter. they are the majority. Doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever. So I Bunsen say President Bio was destined by God. Yeah. Konotri say it's time for the people in the East to form their own political party. We frankly don't care for the uni-party structure, APC, SLPP. Both sides are morally and ethically bankrupt.
This is an APC.
Whatever.
Because when they lose, they always say we are all the same. We are not the same. APC and SLPP, APC, SLPP is not bankrupt. It's rich in culture and in politics. It's not
Okay.
bankrupt.
Whatever.
Well equipped.
All right. Moriba Kone say if APC win any election, there should be a breakaway in SLPP like the PMDC. If SLPP is solid, they can hardly lose any election. Okay, I think I understand what Moriba the time for talk.
Correct.
He said, in just believe say APC not able to win election except the SLPP breakaway. I
Correct.
think that's what they try for talk about.
Yeah, and we see that
Well,
as an evidence.
well, Mr. Kabo, you know how many political parties will contest the 2023 election?
Yeah, that's
16,
correct. In the
16,
north also.
16, not so?
Correct.
Okay, out of those 16, how many way now then come out from the SLPP stronghold?
Tell us, SLPP stronghold, they don't get people that will break away. They're not a breakaway.
No,
In the
PMDC.
stronghold in 2018, I don't remember.
PMDC. No, not 2018. I'm talking about 2023.
2023 with the SLPP,
Yeah.
I must have lost my memory on that. But you're gonna tell me how many parties in the SLPP?
Out of I think 16, I may be wrong, but I think 15 or 16. But the only I get the record. the only political party will come out from the stronghold way not to SLPP, now PMDC.
Okay.
So that means 13 or 14 of those political party then come out from the APC stronghold. Imagine if them people and they come together, they all form a political party just like the SLPP. So the idea that the only time APC will win election where past the SLPP breakaway, I think that's not true.
You see, when you say the SLPP breakaway, it's different from when you say the Northerners breakaway, or I mean, because if you form a political party, that means you are not an APC. If you form a political party, that means you are not an SLPP. So 13 political parties formed in the north doesn't mean that they were APC or because they are from the north. No, they are political parties of themselves.
Mr. Gabo.
Yes, sir.
Waiting a breakaway.
I don't think they break away. I don't know. You correct me because in politics, people move from one place to the other.
All right. I just want to make you define waiting a breakaway.
In your own context, it's different from my own. I mean, we might come together, but a breakaway. Hold on. A breakaway is I have been in APC for some years. I give an example. And then I decided to move to another. I decided to get out from APC and I form my own party or I go join another political party. That could be a breakaway.
That's exactly the
So these people who form and if you get out and go form your own political party, that means you are no more APC or SLPP.
Mr. Gabo.
Yeah, it is a regional disadvantage. I understand that.
Mr. Gabo. Read what's in the person talk. You see the word a breakaway.
I understand that. It could be a regional disadvantage.
Now listen, what's the man they try for talk, where they try for explain?
Yeah.
He said only time where APC they win election, pass SLPP breakaway. Again, an example like the PMDC. And he writes PMDC is a breakaway from SLPP. We know that. All right.
Okay.
We know that. Now that make Now that make us say it's not technically correct because, or logically correct, because
All right, Dr. Mankota, let's agree not to be disagreeable.
okay,
But when we research on it, we go into depth. We find out that when once you are not in a political party, you are not in a political party.
okay,
All right, go
all right,
ahead.
let's move on. All right, Abu Kamara say I thought Kono people has the C for C party. All right, Moriba Kone say APC indirectly campaigned for Bio. Bio should not see Adebayo as an enemy. Adebayo insulted all Kono people, which made them resolute to vote for Bio. Bio need to compensate Adebayo. I think it makes sense. So it makes a lot of sense, right?
That's a reverse psychology, Dr. Mankota.
Yeah,
That's a reverse psychology.
it makes a
I
lot.
don't I don't support that because first and foremost, it hurts a lot of people, including me and you. So that's a reverse psychology. Let us don't reward bad things like this.
Yeah, but
We're not going to cast any reward on it.
you don't understand where Moriba they come from.
I got him clear,
Well,
clear.
why are you
Because he's saying that the people are angry, the corrupt people are angry. That's why they decide to vote for SLPP. That's what you're
exactly?
saying.
And why? Why are they angry? Because or not economic people. Even there are people now the north, now the east and south, the Mende people. A lot of them not for say them be one for votes for Madabio because the problem, the economic problem at the country, they only affects this the northwest. It affects everybody. So some people they may really want for vote for the APC party, but because people like Adebayo and other people they will can attack them, say if the APC can have power, then they kill them all. That's not an excuse for Madabio for say DB Mia. You see, so for say when I don't know now, they don't tell una say if una vote for them, then they kill una. So when I go vote for them, let them kill una. So what in boy about the try for talk? Now a very, very salient point.
It's a salient point within the APC cabal. But in SLPP, we don't reward bad character.
Right.
Doesn't matter. You know, I watching Timiniwan say, he say, Paul, no, money Benjamin and Kabane. Paul, no, they make me, I don't be proud of myself.
Right.
We always proud, even when we are poor. Right? We don't reward bad character. It doesn't matter what it brings. We don't reward it in SLPP. APC, Bismillah, I reward him.
Okay. For not to say, we don't know how won the election, which is a shame. It's a crime against the people of Sierra Leone. Both sides are responsible for this. Hence, why we detest the uni-party structure. Moriba Kone say Adebayo was the campaign manager for BO. Adebayo drove away people from APC.
We don't have no space. We don't have no place for bad character. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you take it and how you live. We don't reward no bad character for anybody.
Okay.
So can still make we proud. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Peter Dauda say APC no better at all. Terrible. Hey, bra, we better. Na circumstance they no more. It is a Fatoma saying this SLPP man is really clever. Now, Mr. Kabo is the word and console because it time it is a small thing.
That's the one that is funny. That's how today for small thing.
Again, the time is small.
Hey, all right, okay.
Emmanuel Roger say now because Salon no gets government. I don't know what is this, but it's a HDLL, please. It's a innate liars never know lying. The SLPP have shown profound lying gimmick since coming to power. Sometimes they almost find themselves in an aura of schizophrenia or schizophrenia. SLPP then they lie. Now they like them.
Our lie, na APC the truth. We don't lie, na APC the truth.
Right. Femi Claudius Cole has recently been threatened by a BO cohort, Yelenke. He threatened to burn her alive. This qualifies as cyberbullying. Do you think the government will punish one of their own? Well,
What I would say to that piece of writing about this person who made the threat is, I will assure you, in SLPP we don't reward bad character. When the executive of the SLPP investigates and find out that he is wrong or he said it, we're not rewarding it. We don't reward bad character, but we leave it to our elders. They will make the decision and come with a concise and precise and to the point decision.
Mr. Gabo,
And that's why we follow.
Mr. Gabo, you sound like you now the PRO for the APC, you now the spokesman for the government.
For the APC?
For the SLPP, sorry. You now the spokesman PRO for the SLPP and you now the spokesman for the government. That's what you
and the worst of it is that I don't speak on behalf of SLPP. I speak on my own behalf.
Okay.
But on the behalf of TPN and on behalf of the TPN radio headed by Dr. Mankota.
Yeah, but they try for promise. This guy say the assurance say the SLPP they go investigate and bring the person to book.
Yeah, we have elders who are the executive. They know, they hear, they have all the ears. They hear everything. When something is not right, they will say it and we follow it. But we don't. What I tell you is, we don't reward bad character. If it is investigated, it is bad character. We don't reward it.
All right. Well,
we'll tell it.
Well, Stasi, the protest failed because King Adebayo and PPP did not support the rubbish coward Samura.
King Adebayo. Yeah. But before this protest, I just want to let him know that before this protest, there were two protests already called by Adebayo in 2014 and in 2024. And they all failed. 2 times he called on protest, they all failed this year.
Okay. Bernard Brown say, you guys are still living in the past.
That's fine. He's right.
Yeah. Abdullah Kuruma say, the December 10 protest was a failure. The Samura Kamara supporters in the diaspora are misleading him in his electoral justice mantra. Abdullah Kuruma say, the Supreme Court is the only authority mandated to force ECSL to produce their so-called disaggregated result. And he also say, Abdul Kabo is economical with the truth. Since the inception of multi-party democracy in 1996 to date, the Electoral Commission has never produced the disaggregated result. Is agitating. Legendary say, Mr. Kabo, SLPP do reward bad characters. Bio is a typical example after he stole 18 million. SLPP make him a flag bearer.
You know who is the main character on this stolen money? Now Samura and I responsible for that. Now them for whole. Now them for whole because now talk am. And what you for do for make me prosecute BO on that, for make it bring the evidence. They bring the evidence. And why it take 22 years? Why? And we put on there as a watchman. So I have no idea why Samura decided to bring this thing. I mean, Samura, wait. This is the 40 years it takes to. I mean, why did he bring this in these? He never had advisors before he went to the to where? How you call it? The debate. Well, Dr. Mankota, this year no debate. 2020, 2013, 2023, no debate.
We don't want debate now.
We are 2028.
2028.
Now we roll soon now.
Dr. Mankota becomes a flag bearer.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Me advise as a depan groom me out for debates. Whoever is going to be the nominee, either na Ali. In fact, Ali Kaba na somebody way very easy for defeat anyway because na rebel. So very simple.
So Ali Kabana rebel. And what about wait? History repeats though. If you say Ali Kabana rebel, what have you been saying about Madabu? APC.
Madabio? No, Madabio is a rebel sympathizer, not a rebel.
Okay. Ali Kaba is not a rebel. Ali Kaba is just a very strong leader to be.
Well, Ali Kaba na them form the RUF. In a rebel leader.
I don't know about that. You know about that. You can tell me more about that. But what I know is in 1975, I started learning about Ali Kaba. So I know a lot about him.
Yeah, when
but telling me he's a rebel, that is on your own side. I don't know him about that.
Yeah, not only so.
well, don't say things you don't know. Do you know he's a rebel, or you just want to hear when you hear it, you say it? They don't talk so Marabi will be the court hand. So watching a rebel, what he they do? Not to hand the court. So if they say Marabi on a court hand, man, he was a rebel, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't for pool.
We only have strong leaders in SLPP. We don't have weak leaders. That's why you call them rebels.
Well,
because they are strong and they know what they are doing.
Okay, listen to me now, because you say no. If you go to the Hague, the court.
I listen to the Hague. I listen to the Hague. I listen to Charles Taylor.
Charles Taylor specifically tell we say Ali Kaba was actually, in fact, Ali Kaba was more prominent in the RUF than even for the Sanko. He said,
Ali Kaba.
He said, been junior. Now the structure the RUF. Ali Kaba the consensus way in him. He don't meet him, he don't talk to him, then don't do so many things. So not to miss it.
So when was the Rebel War? And what year was he talking about that?
The Rebel War was 1991 to 2002.
And what I'll tell you, Ali Kaba surfaces into the political atmosphere of Sierra Leone from the time he was in university, if not in high school. And that was around 1975. He has been, in fact, he was exiled to Ghana. He didn't finish his university. All right. This is from 1975. So he's not a new person to politics. So anybody can call him names. And especially when you're a strong politician, people will call you any name they want to call you. But Ali Kaba is an SLPP, strong man. Okay? That's all I can tell you. Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you dress a pig, he's still a pig. The truth is objective. Ali Kaba, after checking exile, now because that animosity where he gets for the APC, now he make them go from the RUF, then take some people there in Libya, where them in the train. So this is not a fact. Now,
Ali Kaba was never a member of the RUF. Ali Kaba was a politician from university.
No.
But yeah, he was an opponent to APC, and APC will call him any name they want, but they don't have a proof. If Ali Kaba is a rebel, he would have been held. He would have been one of the people that were executed amongst the rebels. Those people they caught, and he would have been in big trouble in the international community. But Ali Kaba is not. Ali Kaba cannot be a rebel and work in the United Nations.
Mr.
He can't. Yes. Mr. Yes, please.
It's not got nothing to do with the APC. So no bring the APC there. Listen to me. This now a witness where they na court, then they try for ask what's in the relationship between the RUF and the NPFL. Where now the leader of the NPFL we actually supported the RUF. Now intel we now in reveal we not ever know from that what they
who are this person?
Charles Taylor.
He can use Ali Kaba thinking that Ali Kaba is the cousin of Tijan Kaba, and Ali Kaba is a Sierra Leonean, and Ali Kaba has been against APC, I believe, from the time he has not been, not in a bad way, but not in support of APC. But what I would say, one thing I would say is Ali Kaba works in the United Nations. If he's a rebel, he will not. Ali Kaba works as a foreign minister. If he's a rebel, he would not. Ali Kaba works in so many international organizations. If he's a rebel, he will not. That I will tell you. That I know. So the
So,
idea of being a rebel, I believe it has been investigated and proven by international bodies, and that's why it's accepted in the international atmosphere. A rebel
Mr.
will
Gabo,
not be accepted in an international atmosphere.
Mr.
Yes.
Gabo,
You don't see the rebels who were killed. You don't see Fode Sanko. You don't see Charles Taylor where they belong. These are the rebels.
listen to me now. You don't tell me.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay.
Right.
Do you know that a terrorist not supposed for get anything for do with the United Nations, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do you know any terrorist na the world where the United Nations don't recognize as a leader and work with that terrorist name?
I don't know one. Tell me one. And the United Nations are that's the biggest body in the world. Why would you say they take him because they make the decision? So
Okay.
in their own view, he's not a terrorist. So who am I to say he's a terrorist?
I'm just
Yeah,
asking.
go ahead.
I,
Who is that person?
you know, me when they bring something, they give example. Are they first of all, you know what's in a flanking? Paramilitary.
I understand doctor. I know where you are going. I know I know you're a philosopher king. I know you're a philosopher king. I am an apprentice, but I can understand. Go ahead.
Paramilitary terms flanking before you dey
Hmm.
attack the main fortified place. You dey flank
Right.
am, attack the
Yeah,
surrounding. Where
you go around. You beat around the bush. Now we say beat about around the bush.
exactly na how they do, because you dey talk say a rebel no suppose for working at the United Nations, a rebel not supposed for do this, a rebel this that. Now that make I tell you say there are terrorists, okay?
Yeah.
Because rebel now somebody where they fight a government, right? So
Right.
it much more flexible than a terrorist when it comes to the United Nations. Now that make a
Okay.
to the most extreme part of the United Nations things away than the way they call. Now that make I ask you if you don't ever know anybody where not terrorist, but the United Nations recognize that person there as a leader. We work with the United Nations. You say you know Sabi, I'm not so.
No, because the word terrorist is an abomination with under the United Nations Charter, a rebellion under the United Nations Charter. Those are abominations. They are against that. So when once he is he works in the United Nations, he's no more whether he was a terrorist or not. He's no more a terrorist. Okay, that's why I take it to a living. You can't tell him a terrorist anymore. Because if the United Nations, the biggest body, the biggest organization in the world, decided to have him, who are you to call him a terrorist?
Okay. Yes, Sir Arafat was a terrorist. Nelson Mandela was a terrorist. I go name so many. Name so many people the way they consider as terrorists. Where at the end of the day, they still work with the United Nations. They work with even the people that we call them terrorists. But it doesn't matter because the United Nations, where the time for talk about, it's not some kind of a stand-alone organization. Its foundation is based on individual countries, and the individual countries look at the individual countries' interests. So it doesn't matter whether you work for the United Nations or not. If the individual countries where they sponsor the United Nations feel say you're not a bad person, you are going to be a bad person. The same thing with the United Nations, you understand? So working for the United Nations doesn't excuse you for being a rebel, because the United Nations,
Yeah, Dr. Mankota, sometimes it sounds yucky. I don't know if sometimes we have different words in America here, both New York and other states. But it sounds yucky in the sense that for you to refer to Nelson Mandela as a terrorist, somebody who has his right, who knows his right, people will always call him whatever they want to call him. And I believe Ali Kaba knows his right. So when he is ready for his rights, he go for them, and he don't relinquish them to anybody. So you can call him names, but he knows his right. And if he is a terrorist, I mean a rebel, Ali Kaba would have been dead because we know all those that were rebel are gone and some are in jail. Even the man who called him, Charles Taylor, I know he used Ali Kaba because he was looking for areas to hang around as an anchor to free himself, but he cannot. Mhm.
You can talk all what you want. The record are there to say Ali Kaba was
Was a rebel.
one of the leaders who actually from the RUF. And I know say you consider the RUF to be a rebel organization. You consider
Correct.
so if the leader were from the RUF, where you consider a rebel organization, where even some of the leaders that then call themselves as rebels, and now you say that leader is not a rebel, well, you can talk anyway how you want from.
Ali Kaba formed the RUF.
Yes.
Can you bring a proof of that? I like APC. This is similar like Samura. This is similar to like Samura telling Madadi he stole 18 million. It's very similar.
Mr. Kaba.
Bring the proof that Ali Kaba was a rebel. I was the RUF founder.
Listen, Charles Taylor actually presented to the court, the international court, proof for saying yes, indeed, Ali Kaba was one of the leaders went from the RUF. You don't know about this. Charles Taylor bring documentary proof for that. You see?
Dr. Mankosa. So what happened to Ali Kaba? What happened to him now with all this proof? What happened? What did the world do? What did the United Nations do? What happened? Tell us. What happened? And he's not held. He's not held. What happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
What happened? He's still walking around. Why?
Well,
when you bring all those charges against him, and we know all the RUF members, especially when you say he was the founder, all the RUF members are dead. Some have been gunned down, and Charles Taylor is in the Hague suffering. So what happened with Kaba? Tell us.
They never charge Ali Kaba for point number one. They never charge him.
Why?
Because the information where Charles Taylor bring as a witness for say they ask him how he formed, how the NPFL was formed, would that not the collaborators, would that not the partners. Now through this explanation, now they reveal in partners, in collaboration, collaborators, where happened to be Ali Kaba was one of the collaborators. How Ali Kaba be collaborator with Charles Taylor? Because Charles Taylor been take some fighters them na Libya for making them go train for attack Liberia. During the same time, 1980s.
Dr. Mankota, I got where you are coming from. My question is simple.
You ask me a question, listen. You ask me a question, let me finish. Not for you alone, but now for the people the way they listen to it too, because they go out for long.
Right.
I think in the 80s, I think 80 something, 85, 86, where this thing been they go on. Remember, you say this man was a student in Forbes College, where they strike, I think in 1975. Then he run away, not to even exile the exiler. Now he run away because they want for arrest him. Now they run away, not to exile the exiler. So he run away. He go there to Ghana. Now inside Ghana, they begin gather what they call Pan-Africanism, where would have been the sponsor of Pan-Africanism. Now Muammar Gaddafi. Now they encourage anybody where one for fat for pull the influence of the Western countries them from the young country. Ali Kaba was a Pan-Africanist. Instead of agree say he was a Pan-Africanist. Now in Ghana, they make this thing where they form this RUF where Ali Kaba, according to Charles Taylor, where Ali Kaba take some fighters them from Sierra Leone, carry them go now Libya. During the time when Charles Taylor been the trained EU fighters, Ali Kaba was also there training Syrians where from the RUF, he said Fode Sanko was even a junior. It not been considered Fode Sanko as any top level. This is Charles Taylor talking. And it presents documentary evidence for say, yes, indeed, Ali Kaba was there training the RUF. So I don't know why, this is not a very known secret. I don't know why you don't know about this. But
Dr. Mankota, I hear all these synopses with regard to Ali Kaba. Trust me, I'm very well equipped with Sierra Leone affairs. I had all these things. My question to you is, with all this evidence in the International Court of Law in The Hague, where Charles Taylor was, and reveal all this, and the international organization or international body has the right, if they hold Charles Taylor, they have the right to hold all these evidences and investigate them and bring the people to justice. What happened to Ali Kaba? Why is he walking free?
Did you know,
If he involved in all these things?
Mr. Gabo, did you know that it was not the international community that unilaterally indict Ali Kaba, Charles Taylor, right?
Whoever was the judge and evidences were brought in before you, you got to go through those evidences. What happened? Ali Kaba is walking free. If he was part of this and it was already.
Because the target case was not Ali Kaba. The target case, the one that will bring the case, it was specifically for Charles Taylor in participation na Sierra Leone war. Charles Taylor specifically. You know, say that word, there are so many people were involved in this war. They don't arrest some of them people, then some they arrest them, some they don't arrest them, right?
So, as patriotic Sierra Leoneans, I believe some of us in those years when the war came to Liberia, I was in Sierra Leone and I met a lot of refugees. So, what happened to the Sierra Leoneans at the time? They can't pursue the case because I want to know why Ali Kaba is free. So, because me, I know he's not a rebel. If he's a rebel, he will not be walking free. But I want to see why you think he's a rebel and why he's walking free.
I just told you.
No, you don't have. So with all this revelation, the Sierra Leone people don't have no action against him. We had what they call a mission, whatever it is on Sierra Leone. We have judges, lawyers coming there. We see people who are sentenced. They were firing squad. We see Fode Sanko languish. He died. Why Ali Kaba? Why Ali Kaba walking free? Yeah.
Did you know the word Sobel?
Sobel,
yeah.
Sorbel.
No, Sobel.
Sobel. Okay, go ahead.
You know, inside it come out. No, you know. Okay, I'll tell you.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I got a little idea, but I can't put it together for now.
This is in relation to Sierra Leone war. Now they tell you so. Not to foresee other word where just the time for can put in. This is in relation to Sierra Leone war. Sobel, the one who will be called Sobel, the one there, na morning, na sojaman them, na net them turn to rebel them. So we call them.
Okay.
You understand? A lot of people where cause atrocities in that country, we call them na sojaman by day, rebel by night. We call them Sobel. People are still free, roaming around. So why Sierra Leoneans they know Kerugo Ali Kaba? Well, what about those people who then get the opportunity for Kerugo? Because Ali Kaba was not even in Sierra Leone during the okay? So in fact, a lot of Sierra Leoneans, they're not even during the time when this case now, the International Criminal Court come, nobody not been there expecting. There was somebody where now a leader of the RUF were named Ali Kaba until when the evidence begin come out. Okay, so don't ask me why is still the work free. Maybe if I become a president, I go all for make explain. Give me let it tell you side of the story.
Yeah, but Dr. Mankota, Ali Kaba, according to your explanation, was one of the most prominent rebel leader. Because I mean, the rebel leader, you said he formed the RUF. This man is the most prominent one.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the other little band, according to you, even for the Sango was little, but he was caught, and we know how he ended.
No,
And a
no,
lot of people, we know
no.
how they ended. We know how mosquito them ended. We know all these people. My question is why Ali Kaba is working free. That I'm trying to know why you say he's a rebel when I say he's not a rebel because if he will not be working free.
Mr. Gabo, the RUF na a rebel organization.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm not a rebel. RUF is a Revolutionary United Front. I don't know if it is an organization or it's just a group of people because organization is a different word from what it is. What you
Wow.
want to say. I don't know if it is a self-built group of probably Northerners or Limbas or Locals or Chiminis or Mendes. I don't know
You dey,
or whatever. You
you dey,
tell me. My question, Dr. Mankota, I want to know if
you dey
Ali
part,
Kaba was the head of the RUF, if
Mr.
Ali Kaba formed the RUF, as you allege,
Mr.
why is he working free?
Mr. Gabo,
Yes.
you dey make gymnastic. Now you dey police na gymnastic. I ask you a very simple question:
Uh,
was the RUF a rebel organization?
I know it's a rebel group.
Okay, it's a rebel group, right?
Correct.
If somebody is there is any documentary or any evidence which shows him somebody actually formed that organization, is he a rebel leader or not? If
Yes, he's a rebel. He's a rebel of that group.
okay,
If the aim is for rebellion, he's a
okay,
rebel.
that's all I want for know.
No,
That's
but my question, yeah, but I understand that, Dr. Mankota. You already told me that. I understand it. But my question to you is, we were looking for the main rebel causers, the main war causers in Sierra Leone, and a lot of them were executed. And some are outside the country. We know for sure they are still out, and some are in prison in other parts of the world. So, but why? And my question is, if it is true, why is Ali Kaba? I'm trying to tell you that Ali Kaba was not a rebel, was not part of the rebel. That's what I'm telling you.
well,
But you are saying this, and
let,
why don't we hold him? He was not part of them. That's why he's working free.
all right, let's move on. Let's move on.
But this
It's
is why I tagged you to Samura. Samura says Madabio stole 18 million. He don't have evidence. The same thing you are saying here.
Mr. Gabo,
Uh, uh,
Mr.
yeah,
Gabo. Now
correct.
today we time for bring counsel, but let's move on because there are evidence in the international court about Ali Kaba in association with the RUF. Whether you agree with me or not, people the way
I agree.
where the
Dr.
way
Mankota, I don't deny you
hold
what
on.
you said. But in
Hold
any behavior, in any behavior, there should be reciprocal dishonesty. If you do this, you are part of this. There should be a punishment about that. What was Ali Kaba's punishment? If they don't give him a punishment, then he was not a rebel. That's what I'm trying to derive at.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. The time is
Uh,
up. Why? Musa Conte say Ali Kaba not a politician in 1975. You may Ali Kaba was an agitator. This is the problem with SLPP spokespersons at all levels. They can't just face the honest truth. Truth and honesty are not SLPP bedfellows. All right.
so what is the truth there? He's talking about and
You
the
say
dishonesty.
you say Ali Kaba was a politician in 1975. Now they try for tell you say not to true. Now agitator.
Okay, but yeah, but politicians were against him. He was working for in his own way. He was against the APC.
All right.
So
Uh,
you can't take it from him that he knows politics. There's something political there. That's why he was acting. Go ahead.
all right. Mori Valley say this is very simple. If Ali Kaba was one of the leaders of RUF and there was a proof to that
Correct.
effect, he would have been in prison by now. Secondly, with the TRC,
This
so
is what I was saying.
even if he was a rebel, he is eligible to stand as a leader, president of Sierra Leone.
Of course. And this is what I was saying, Dr. Mankota. I said, what is the punishment? Because they shouldn't leave him free. And if they leave him free, then he's not a rebel.
Mr. Gabo, if you read the Mori in statement, now conditional statement.
Okay. Okay.
If and he even
That's
make
what.
You say, even if, so that tells you, say, okay, it could be a leader, but it's still eligible for contest for the president of Sierra Leone, and that's not my argument. My argument was very simple. There was an evidential proof for CS Ali Kaba, actually one of the founders of the RUF. The international courts actually get the document, then gets the recording of Charles Taylor, where now an integral part of the RUF. Since that time, they where then can Olam, it don't give that evidential already. But it different. I don't say Ali Kaba no eligible for standing.
Can I make a prediction? Can I make a prediction to you? Can I make a prediction to you?
Yeah, you can say that.
He's 50% likely going to be 50% likely going to be the next president of Sierra Leone.
Well,
mark this day today.
Well, unfortunately, 50% not able to give the president because
no, I mean it's 100%. I'm saying 50-50 right now in the middle. So by the time they open, he will go more than that. That's what I'm telling you. But as it is now, as what I see, and I know of Ali Kaba, and I read about him, I know about him, and my own view for now, my forecast, he is 50% likely to be the president of Sierra Leone next coming election.
We'll go see on that. All right. But what you say, during the civil war in Sierra Leone, a lot of people were not held to account. Exactly. The international community aim was Charles Taylor. Exactly. But I had the time for tell Mr. Kaba, but it just continue for asking me why Ali Kaba not go na jail. I tell him, but anyway.
What do you say? I missed that. What do you say?
He said during the war, okay, let me read it back. He said during the civil war in Sierra Leone, a lot of people were not held account. The international community's aim was Charles Taylor. So maybe they ask me constantly, say, why Ali Kaba is still walking around. That make it time for tell you, say, well, not to,
well, it's actually, if that is so, it's a sad mistake because most times the leaders are held, the petty ones, okay. But if he was so prominent and was a leader, I don't see why they should escape him. They cannot see him.
Well, you know what I mean, say they're not indicted at this time. That means say maybe later when Dr. Mankota become president, they indict him.
I can't wait to sit behind the court to listen to that prosecution. I can't wait.
Let me thank you. Say all these guys currently in so-called government, we are the cause of our senseless war and call Sobel. Yeah, I just tell Mr. Kabu about the word Sobel.
Yeah, I look at Sobel, but I take it as you say it. It doesn't actually show me. Maybe it comes from a different way. But I still, I'm a person I learn every day. I look at Sobel. It has different connotations, but it's okay.
During the war, I don't know when you left the war. When you left Salon before the war end. When you left Salon?
93.
Well, just 2 years into the war.
Who told you that? The war was on.
The war
was already on.
Yeah, I know, but I said 2 years into the war.
Yeah, okay, I got you. All right, you're right.
Peter Dauda say, did Sheikh Stephen create the ISU to fight the RUF at all times? ISU was created before the RUF. So I don't know
what ISU, Sheikh Stephen was not around during the war.
Now I had the time for tell us so.
Yeah, Sheikh Stephen was not around.
You know the history. All right. Maury Valley say, his name was mentioned by Charles Taylor. No clear evidence that he was part of what led Charles Taylor to where he is right now. Charles Taylor actually produced documentary evidence for proof. Yes, Ali Kaba was actually linked into the RUF. Then if you get chance, now for call the Hague and request for that, you'll get that. But it was
Dr. Mankota, I personally don't dispute the fact that Charles Taylor mentioned him. I have listened to the input of Charles Taylor during the court, and I heard him mentioning Ali Kaba.
And
so I mean,
and he showed documents for proof say yes, indeed, he was actually.
Well, yeah, whatever you show, what I'm saying is that's the court itself now to make a follow up and pursue that. But
Well,
when once it is done, that's forget about it. Dr. Mankota, he's not a rebel. He's actually seen as the next president rather than a rebel.
Hi. The court was not actually prosecuting Ali Kaba. The court was prosecuting Charles Taylor. And the other guy they tried for tell you say their focus was actually Charles Taylor. So if you bring any evidence, that's just for proof say yes, you were this or you don't mean anything anyway. But anyway, until you say Nainga forbid the president, that means say
I said he's likely. Listen to my statement. I said he's likely.
now they talk. I said that means say you know go support Kanderim Kela Kanderim Kelatina.
I support anybody who win
The nomination.
the delegate nomination to flag
Right.
bearership.
Right.
But I will support one person for flag bearership. And then I'll support one person for flag bearership. Whether that person win or he don't win, whoever win, I support the party. Because that person, when he win, we support the party now.
Would I
We
support?
all support the party.
Would I support?
Huh?
Right.
It's too early, too soon to say that.
Okay. All right.
We are not in a campaign mode yet.
Okay.
The day I will support somebody, I'll come here and declare it in your radio. You get that? You're frozen.
You'll be able to choose from now.
You're frozen.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I said the day I will support somebody, when the time reach, I will declare it here in your radio.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Henry Bobo Bokari say, Dr. Mankota, if for the Sanko, Hinga Norman, Ali Kondowai, Issa Sise, and others were indicted. Why not Ali Kaba wasn't indicted as a leader? Nobody knew Ali Kaba was actually involved in with RUF. Nobody knew at that time when they not indicted. Remember, Charles Taylor was the last person to be indicted. All those people you talk about them, don't indict them already. Charles Taylor was the last person to be indicted. So nobody knew Ali Kaba was actually linked to the RUF until when Charles Taylor revealed that. So that's my answer. All right.
Yeah, Dr. Mankota, we you make me always funny. You know, I always entice the listeners plus you. Yeah, nobody knew until after later. The same thing, Samura, until after 22 years, when no Mother Bill was stole 18 million. So the same thing with Charles Taylor. I mean, we don't know that.
Musa Conte say, but he was not a politician then as a classification cotton. He was a student and a political agitator then. As a result, he was hated by the power that be. Ben Bepe Kab Bem Bepe Kab Bem
Brother Musa, how are you? You will mention.
Bepe Bem Pa Bepe Bem Pa. I don't know.
I can't read them. They are too small there. You can read them directly.
You say Bepe Kabem Pa Bepe Pa Bem Pa. Oh, Bepe Kabem Pa. Oh, Bepe Kabem Pa Bem Pa. Okay.
Mateka Bemba. You know what? I'm praising, trying to make things look nice.
Yeah.
But he just in his statement, he mentioned but in his statement he mentioned Ali Kaba with the word politics and political like 2 or 3 times. I had you reading it. So where was he?
He said
What was he doing?
a political agitator, not a politician.
Oh, okay. I have to go to school again to know who's a political agitator.
Yeah.
Okay. If you will separate politician from political agitator, okay.
Yeah. Can I go back on Bempa?
Go ahead.
Salon first say Charles Taylor named Ali Kaba as one of the rebel leaders, but throughout the war, His name was never mentioned, and he was not part of the RUF negotiations or part of AFIC RUF government. True. True. All right.
All right.
Jal
So
Songo.
all I said was right, Dr.
No,
Mankota.
no. All what he said was wrong.
All these people are not stressing what I said.
No. The man say, there be no, nobody no be no say, in even links to RUF throughout. So now that one, and what I say now in the same demand is try for explain the same thing. All right,
All right.
Jal Songo say, same fate before Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former president of Liberia. She was part of the NPFL rebel group initially, but when Taylor prop up, she left the group and was not participating. Exactly. Just, I think, I don't know what happened, waiting at the discrepancy between Fone Sanko and Ali Kaba, where Ali Kaba, I think, he either bail out or just stop. What did they do? But Ali Kaba, now one of the leaders away
So
from.
so you don't you know that there is a disagreement. That's why if it's what you are saying with Fodi Sanko and Alikaba, that's why Alikaba move on.
No,
And
no,
when you do so, when you move on from a plan, you know you become free. You become free,
I say,
and you are innocent.
no, listen, I say maybe now,
All right. Okay.
maybe,
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Go ahead.
I cannot really say in 2028, we will do everything possible to make sure neither party win corner. So the Uni Party will not have a majority. Help us break down the Uni Party system in Sierra Leone. Jasongo say Ali Kaba and Ellen Johnson were not indicted because even though they initiated the different groups, but no evidence from on them, thus they could not be indicted.
Okay.
You say the only reason why Ali Kaba was not a person of interest is because whatever evidence Charles Taylor presented was not a convincing case to pursue with.
Okay.
Henry Bobo say, how can a founder of a revolutionary will not be known until the last minute? Well, if he bow out, I remember from the beginning, we know say what will be know from this war where is that some people will be negated the rumor say Sanko na foot soldier, not actually the leader. That's not something we know, but we not be know the leaders them. Okay, so now this will be the know, but we not be know the leaders them. But anyway, I think we don't come to the end of this program. It's now
Nice conversation, man.
Yeah, we don't broadcast for 2.5 hours now. I think that's enough.
That's good.
Enough. It's very, very interesting because the more the conversation they come, the more we just they go on and on and on, and we forget the time step. I've been just one for
Exactly.
2 hours. We end up broadcasting for 2.5 hours. That's good. So I really appreciate everybody, Mr. Gabo. Without bashing the APC, you get 1 minute for your last word.
I just want to thank my fellow Timini people from the north. And who don't get the message, and who not don't get the message. I don't hear people tell us anyway, people on me. She no ure, and that alimba loko until I know. She no would not benefit, and that I know answer do apa and ye. It's a president, it's a vice president, it's a ka executive na APC. Mama my first fight, and they do run and happen. If you de okasko do ure o yako do ure ifungana mbeti ngatim so tenure na do abata na mabo do campton hanto do knock that or antim na yi the people no de roka no ke pata ko e tin ko if chorus okay I have to show only my use way or only my use way so mo an tak baka campton yo for your late san fetasu omari tenure okay nyangbo iruba no fino anta ma yeman teure.
Okay, now so I give 1 minute back translator because Yeah, we know later.
Well, what I'm saying is I'm putting my hands together, like clapping for the Timini tribe in which I belong. And I am against this going out, and I'm against what is going on with the APC because the Timinis, now they get the bad name because now they Boku. But also they are the president then. They not be ever be president. They not ever be vice president, according to what I know. They not be, even in the 20 in the executive of the present APC they know they dey. But when dem call, na dem dey go. And once na the majority, if dem kill people there, na more of them dem dey kill. Then people dem wey dem dey kill them, then APC dem with dem pikin dem wey dey abroad, dem send dem picture there, then go begin waka waka with dem picture dem dey. Na dem dey make money back. Dem dey give dem the other organizations dem, the other Sierra Leoneans dem dey give dem money. For una pikin dem wey dem dey kill, una no know who side comot, una no know who side TV. So I dey clap for them because they not go out this time and throughout this year they not go. Adebayo don't call Chichen, they not go. We had don't call Chichen, they not go. And this one, then so-called high collar electoral justice fighters, Samura in squad, they don't call, they not go. But we not forget to Aneskoroma and Samura Kamara, also Chimini. That's at the Teluna. And all the executive man there, with the executive people there, where they now the APC presently, no they win at man. If you are alive, bring me one name. So una be careful. Una know una self. Now that no.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to everybody, and as always, every weekend we there, we communicate, we interact, and we disagree, we argue. Now, a very good program. Sierra Leoneans then get the opportunity for make them come and express their values, their opinions, and even their suggestions, because it's not always about arguments, it's also about education. You know, that's not the purpose of this program. Now that make we always they do we level best every weekend we come for now we all discuss. And I just they continue for ask everybody. We not share this program simply because it go able for bringing other people their way get this archaic behavior. Say the only way we play politics is by dividing ourselves into small conclaves where they benefit you, they benefit me, they benefit the country. So this program is here to serve as a bridge between the have and have not, the SLPP, the APC, the southeast, the northwest, all not a bridge. So the more we foster this bridge, the more other people then they come in, the more they say then we're able to spread the message. We get responsibility as Sierra Leonean. Yes, we not a diverse country. You can tell by the tribes the way they in that country them. You gonna say we diverse. Diversity not a very good thing. Diversity, if you able for use them for the progress of the country, it is able for progress your country. Diversity na very, very, very important thing. Let we not take diversity as a cause where they destroy we, where they divide we. So I want to thank Una all the way participate. All the comments where come in, I really appreciate them comment and them. Me and Mr. Kaboom, we they learn every weekend where we they read Una comment. Sometimes when they even correct we for some things that they say we're not correct. That's not Indian called educational purpose. So now we continue for we do this, but at the time Una always one thing, Sierra Leone, now you better. Nobody not be able for come from outside for come make your country. Now you get for sacrifice your ego, your selfishness, your greed, and your tribalism, and for the purpose of the country. So now we sacrifice all the attributes we get. We always they deprive we from working together, collaborating, coordinating for make Sierra Leone go before. We last generation, then fail we not for supposed to fail the next generation. The success of the next generation depends on us. We right now, we did. So now we not fail them like the way the last generation failed we. If you see all these problems we get in the country today, so because the last generation now put foundations, we go able to make we move forward. And now they happen today. So now we ourselves not do the same thing, the same mistake, for fail the last generation. So I thank you very much, Mr. Kabo. Thank you very much for coming at the program. I will see you back next week, the same time, the same place. Good night, everyone. Bye.